Hello everybody, it's Neko here, and in today's tutorial I will be showing you how to create this adorable drawstring bag. Now, I'm making my bag from my Oracle cards because my cards just came floating around in the bottom of this box, which could lead them to potentially getting damaged or scratched. For this tutorial you will need the following things: some cotton or canvas material. The material I bought was actually a plain tote bag made for tie-dyeing, but I picked it up for 50p, so it was kind of a bargain. You will also need some scissors, a needle and thread, and I'm using embroidery thread as a drawstring as well, but feel free to use whatever kind of string you like. I'll also be using my Oracle cards as a template for the size of the bag. And finally you'll need a pencil and a ruler. Making sure the fabric was on the fold before I began cutting, I used my Oracle cards as a template to roughly trace around them, leaving a good 5cm or so space at the top where we're later going to thread our drawstring. I then took my ruler and pencil and made sure that all the lines were measured neatly and they were going to be nice and clean. Once your rectangle is drawn, take a pair of scissors and cut it out. Now you can leave room for a seam allowance, but my cards have plenty of room to move around in, so I didn't. And yes, I know I'm left-handed when I write, but right-handed when I cut. I actually had a teacher in primary school who just refused to give me any kind of left-handed equipment, so eventually I just kind of stuck with it and just learned to use most things right-handed. Now, because mine was an old tote bag, it had a pre-sewn seam along the right side which I had to remove because you want to leave a gap at the top where we can then fold down and make our tube for our drawstring. So if, like me, you're recycling an old bag, just cut off the seam and you should end up with a rectangle that's 13cm by 40cm. Fold your fabric back in half and make a 2cm marking all along the top side. This will later create our tube for our drawstring. Depending on how thick your string is, you may need to change this. Now it's time to get sewing! Now you can use a sewing machine for this, but I found because the bag was so small, it will probably take more time setting up the sewing machine than it would if I just sewed it by hand. Anyway, I used a simple back stitch to sew mine, but you can use whatever kind of stitch you like, and I ended up with something that looks like this. Making sure to stop where you drew your line so that we can then fold over and make our tube. Now repeat those steps along the top, leaving rooms at the end so you should have a tube with 2 open ends. We're almost done! Yay! Your bag should look something like this, and now it's time for the final step. We're going to add the drawstring. Take a string or thread, depending on what you chose, and attach it to a safety pin, making sure the piece is long enough to wrap around the bag and have a few centimeters at the end. And then thread it through the tubes that you made at the top, making sure to wrap around the bag to come back where you originally started. Tie a knot at the end of the string to make sure it doesn't come unthread, and then repeat the same step on the other side of the bag. This will ensure that when you pull the strings they will gather at the top and secure it. And that's pretty much it, guys. As a final step, you can paint a design on the front of your bag, and because my Oracle cards are related to the moon and water, I decided to paint a moon on the front of my bag. And there you have it, your very own drawstring bag. I hope you'll enjoy this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment and share if you did. And if you have any suggestions for crafts that you want to see me do, then leave me a comment below and I will see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye!